We're back! Woo!
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
We're living life intentionally with you. Super excited to be here today. It has been over a month since we did a live stream. And X marks the spot. You are on. You are our number one fan.
Super defamer.
Extra super defamer. You guys, we are super excited to be here with you because the last time we went live was before our 30-day challenge and before summer even hit us. And now we're back. We haven't put out a real video really since our 30-day challenge. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Yep.
We're also going to talk about things that are happening for us this summer. I have a new contract, so we're going to talk about that. And we are going to shout out a whole bunch of cool, awesome people who are taking up the Summer to Serve Challenge and getting out there and serving in their communities.
We are super excited for all the things that are coming up this summer.
Yes.
I'm going to put my volume down just a little.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been yelling. I've been yelling. He told me, just don't yell. And I said, but I love to yell.
So,
Go ahead.
Sorry. Before we get into our Summer to Serve, or our live stream question, we survived really I thought we had gotten away from the heat.
Heat wave. It's a tropical heat wave.
Yeah. Yeah, we experienced 117 degree weather in Quincy, Washington.
Yeah, it was pretty funny before we went there, like a day or two before. You saw that meme of the weather report for Wenatchee?
1,104 degrees. They weren't kidding. It felt like that.
Get out of Wenatchee now while you can.
Yeah.
Don't even wait to loot.
Yeah, X Marks the Spot and Grassroots Living have joined us.
Welcome, you guys.
Yeah,
we have missed you
Grassroots
so
Living
much.
missed us by like a couple days. They were there visiting with
No way!
Yeah, did you not see the photos?
No, I haven't been
Yeah,
on
they
the
were
internet.
camping and they were like having dinner with Roger and Tina
Oh, well,
and
that's
Greg
not cool.
and
You missed
Shelly.
us.
I know. Our plans crossed, like almost crossed.
I mean, that's what happens, though. We've done this multiple times with people where it's like, oh, we might meet, it just might happen, and then it just doesn't happen, and that's the way life goes.
Yeah. It is life, and we will find you guys and run into you guys again. We know that.
Of course, for sure. So we have a question for you guys today. We want you to be as involved in this live stream as possible. If you're catching this on the replay, make sure to put it in the comments.
Also, share it. You can go copy the link right now, jump over to social media and say, hey, join our friends. They're live right now. Let's have part of the conversation. Whoop, whoop. So, yeah.
What summer plans are you excited for? It is summer 2021. We spent most of our summer last year freaked out about COVID, and now we are able to get out there and do some things. So what are you excited about doing with your family, with your friends? We want to know. We're going to talk a little bit about our summer plans. They're shaping up. They're coming together.
A lot of it will make a lot of sense when we talk about a few other things further on in our stream. So,
yes, for sure. We also want to know what you guys have been doing or planning to do to serve. And so some have already submitted some wonderful things, and we're going to talk about that as well.
Yep.
But first, where are we at, Garrett? This beautiful summertime view that we have.
Well, we're not in Kansas anymore. Actually, we've never been to Kansas, so...
That's why I'm laughing.
We're at my parents' house in southwest Washington. We're here for a week to visit family. We have my sister and her kids, and her husband will be joining shortly. They are from North Carolina.
Yes.
And so we're like, hey, family's here. We're here. We need to come down and visit. So that's where we're at for right now.
We were very blessed to spend some time with all of them last July, and so it's been a full year. It was time to come and visit again and see how all the kids have grown. Oh my goodness.
Like weeds.
Wow, they are growing up. But Grassroots Living says they'll start a work camping job soon. That's awesome. Very good.
Yeah, work camping jobs seem to be more prevalent during the summertime.
Yeah. Oh, and they're close to Kansas.
Oh. Well, what's funny is our map is kind of starting to fill out, except for Kansas. I mean, we have like this hole right there, a square hole right in the middle.
Yep.
We got to figure out how do we make it to Kansas.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Grassroots Living has been tent camping instead of living in their truck trailer. And so X Marks the Spot is wondering if they'll be tent camping during their work camping stint.
Yeah.
That's kind of difficult.
Did you?
Because I like my house and I like being able to shower and be clean for work. So...
Do you guys see this little like white spot in the corner of the screen? That's where we're staying right now.
Where?
Right there.
Oh yeah, you can't really see it.
You can't really see it. It's all white, but we are actually tent camping while we're here visiting with family.
I was like, what is he talking about?
The kids have been wanting and dying to go stay in a tent.
Well,
and
2 months ago when we were trying to get camping down here in the Vancouver, Washington area, we could not find a space big enough for our trailer. I think if we had something smaller, we might have been able to do it.
There's probably more camping grounds in Bozeman, Montana.
There probably is. There aren't very many campgrounds or RV parks in this area, and it's the 4th of July weekend, so there was no finding a spot for our trailer. So we ditched it, and we're tent camping. Last night was
We just left it on the side of the road and say free sign. And
No, it's being well cared for at my folks' house. So we are tent camping for the next week in the backyard, so it's fun.
But maybe if the kids like it, maybe we'll get a tent of our own and maybe try some tent camping at some national parks in our area.
Grassroots Living does say that they are back in the truck campers, so that makes it so much easier for you guys as you're doing your work camping, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. X Marks the Spot says, I'm looking forward to talking Hope into doing some paddling while we're here in, what does BWCA stand for, Garrett?
I have no idea.
You gotta tell us, Richard. What are you talking about?
BWCA.
He's trying to figure it out.
Richard will probably type it in quicker than my brain will figure it out. I think it has something to do with the forest that they're up there. Because there's tons of canoeing and all kinds of. That's like the big thing up there. I don't know. He'll probably type it out.
All right. Really quick, I'm gonna text my friends here who are like.
So Grassroots Living said we loved our tent camping adventure, but we are glad to be back in our truck camper. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. Tent camping was never meant to be a full-time thing, I don't think. And so it's fun for
the
a
nomads
time.
Who lived in tents they pitched all over the place. They would beg to differ. Well, the Native Americans lived in teepees they could take down.
A lot of it was a necessity.
They didn't know
when
any
you're
better.
living in a world that's not like a necessity type of thing, I mean, I don't know.
Yes. So I kind of had the same feeling when we were in Montana, and because again prices for RV parks and the difficulty of staying in an RV park for so long in the Bozeman, Montana area, we moved into our friend's basement and spent a week and a half or so there. It was so nice to move back into our trailer, back into our space. I felt like I was more in control of what was happening.
And then we drove into an oven. We're like, bye-bye nice cool weather in Bozeman, Montana. Hello, oven heat from eastern Washington. That won't stop.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So our first night in Quincy, and we drove that day. So, I mean, you drive, you set up your trailer is already hot, and then you try to get the AC to bring the temperature down. Plus, there were no 50 amps, so we were on 30 amps, so we could only run one of our ACs. Yeah, the temperature inside was 95 degrees.
Yeah.
But the temperature outside was
117.
Yeah.
But we did find the nice part about where we stayed in Quincy. The clubhouse had an AC that was working fantastically.
Yes.
And so it was like 75 degrees in the clubhouse while it was...
Look, I texted Bridget and she joined. Hi, Bridget. I miss you so much.
Some people, they don't turn on the bell. They ring the bell. Anyways.
Well, I think I miss some people's, live streams too, even though I've hit their bells. So it happens.
Well, have you guys enjoyed our Summer to Serve? We hope that you guys have been inspired to go out there and serve yourselves. We know that a lot of you that are joining us right now have, but we definitely want everybody watching to take this as your challenge this summer to get out there,
yes,
serve, find something that works for you that you can do to help make a difference in your community. If you're needing ideas, watch our Summer to Serve series again, and we have tons of ideas in there that you guys can use to get involved.
Yes. Yeah. And our question, Bridget, because you just joined late, is what summer plans are you excited for? I know you don't have not too much longer there in Alaska before you're going to head south again. So excited to have you closer to us and maybe be able to meet up and see you guys.
Yeah. So X Marks the Spot said that the BWCA sounds for Boundary Waters Canoe Area.
Ah.
So
yeah, see, I would never have guessed that. Never.
Yeah. Grassroots Living said Backwoods Conservation Area.
That was close.
It was close.
That was really close.
Right. Grassroots Living said we actually enjoyed living a month in a tent. It was fun packing and unpacking everything in our little compact car. That wasn't so fun.
No.
It took over an hour to pack the car with each stop.
Isn't that crazy? That's just crazy.
Well,
I think we could probably pack up our trailer faster than that.
But we don't have, we kind of experienced it when we were coming down here, because we were taking the things we need and we were packing it, putting it in the back of the trunk, putting it in the back here, stuffing it here, moving stuff around.
Right. It did take us quite a while to clean, organize, pack, and then pack everything into the truck.
Yeah.
For our week of tent camping.
We're like, oh my gosh. So unless you have it all organized and ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
X Marks the Spot says, you still don't look toasted. Did you get to do a lot of swimming? The first day we got there, I didn't realize that they were going to close the pool at 5 p.m.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. But we had met some friends a few days before, just in passing one night at a rest stop.
That was bizarre.
And they were going to be leaving the next day, so I wanted them to spend some time with the kids because they have a little guy. And so they broke out the squirt guns and the sprinkler, and the kids played kind of in their grassy area in the shade. So they did get wet. And then we moved them right into the AC building, and they froze. But we had dinner both nights in the clubhouse just because it was killer hot in the trailer from about noon on until even 9:30 when we went to bed. It was it was too hot in there.
And our poor refrigerator was like, why are you doing this to me?
Those absorption refrigerators, they don't do so well in that heat. So
No.
I thought that our summer in Texas was bad.
This was worse.
This was
insane.
Insanely bad because I think the Texas heat didn't have the humidity with it. And it did hit triple digits, but not too much higher than 104, 106.
What?
117 with a humidity of 40 is too much.
But yeah, for some reason, I mean, it's the whole heat transfer thing.
Yeah.
There has to be cool air coming in and hot air going out to be able to transfer that heat out of the fridge. And because of that, there was no transfer. It was working nonstop to try and get the heat out.
I did my best to only open the refrigerator for very short amounts of time. We did not put any new food in during that time because if you try to put warm things in or things you've just bought from the store and then it's trying to cool those things down too, it's not good for those refrigerators.
Yeah, but when we got over to the other side of the mountains in Washington, it dropped down to 68, 70 degrees. It took overnight and our refrigerator was back down to normal temperatures. So it was finally I can do my job.
Richard's saying with the soft start we use both ACs units on the 30 amp, and that would have been awesome
We
for
would've
us
loved to,
because
yeah.
I did try flipping it on, and with the TV, the box fan, and the two ACs going, I flipped the circuit.
Yep.
However, we also had an issue with our
I
box.
think it was more the fact that we were running too much power through it,
It could
instead of the reverse thing.
So there was reverse polarity when we plugged in, and Garrett was like, it'll be okay. 2 days later, when we unplugged, he noticed that our dog bone had been burned.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful we didn't have a fire. We got rid of the dog bone immediately and got a new one. And it could be possibly that we were pulling too much power, or that our what is that thing? The big thing?
The surge protector. The
surge
surge protector could have been damaged.
Surge protector is like 3 years old. I don't know how they're.
I don't know if they have a lifespan or whether you can use them. Maybe it's like a breaker.
Yeah. So
after
we
so
are
much
going to
time.
test it. We're going to test it to make sure it's not the surge protector.
Yep.
If it is, we'll have to replace it.
We have
Anyway.
Brenda Neal has joined us
Hello,
as well as Bridget.
welcome.
So welcome and welcome.
We are super excited to have you on today. Bridget is saying, hey, did you see my hashtag for doing filing for Meet the Needy? No, we didn't, but we will catch it. Garrett was going through social media trying to get everybody on.
Did you
today.
post it on Facebook?
Probably Facebook.
Okay, because I don't know if
We'll
I
look
checked
for
Facebook. We'll try and find
I'm
it.
sorry. I have been doing stuff for my new job, so I haven't helped him out as much as I normally do. I am usually the one going on to social media and finding.
Yeah.
But he did a good job. He spotted somebody that actually reposted something back from May.
Yep.
And so we're going to share that with you today. Okay, we got to catch up on these. Bridget says she's going to Homer at the end of July to see her grandson, Talon. That's awesome.
Awesome.
I am so excited that you get to see him. And then Grassroots wanted to know about traveling through Canada, and she actually said that, let's see.
Well, they took the ferry.
Right, so she flew.
She flew. Richard took
Bridget,
the ferry.
you flew, right? And then Richard took the animals and the car
No,
on the
Bridget.
ferry.
Bridget flew with the animals,
Oh, okay.
and then
Okay.
Richard took the car.
Yeah,
With the ferry.
That's right. And then you guys left your rig in Washington or Oregon
In
with
Washington.
friends. Yeah.
Hello, No Ordinary Path. The
'cause
Farnsworths have joined us. Hello.
No Ordinary Path can tell you the big deal
Yeah,
about
they can
going
tell you-
across Canada.
Oh my gosh.
That does not sound fun. Because what did you say? 94 hours across Canada? That's all you had? Just 4 days?
Just four
That's
4.5
crazy.
days.
Absolutely
They were
crazy.
being lenient and gave you half a day. It
Oh my
was
goodness.
12 hours.
Bridget says, when it's in the 80s here in Fairbanks, it is unbearable. It doesn't cool off until 2 a.m., so I'm having a hard time sleeping. No AC. Oh, dear. Here, let me give you my hints, because we've just gone through that crazy heat wave. This is what you need to do. Okay? First of all, if you can take melatonin to help you sleep. Secondly, all you need is just a little circulating fan. Okay? That's all you need. Plug it in, whatever. Box fan, whatever. And then you either get a squirt bottle to spray water on yourself, just on your skin,
Yeah.
and sit in front of the fan or lay in front of the fan. Or, and this is the trick that I learned from our wonderful friends the Days, microfiber cloth, then a lunchbox, put ice and water in it, stick those microfiber cloths in there,
Let it get.
pull it out, wring it out, and lay that on your body. It is so wonderful, and because of the microfiber holding the whatever moisture in the rag, you don't feel like sopping wet like a normal rag would.
Yeah.
And it stays cool for so long. Drape it on your head, your belly, your legs. The kids, that is what I use to help Timothy and Emma go to sleep. Those 2 horrible nights. They were out like a light as soon as they had those cool rags. So you need to do that. Try it out. We have 5 microfiber cloths now, just in case we ever go through a situation like we just did.
And then it'll be
Where we have
20
no
years
AC.
before then you go
I
through a
know.
heat wave like that.
I
again.
know. So those are my hints for you. Thank you very much to Shelly Day. She gave me 2 of her microfiber cloths, and then my mom gave me 3 more. So it's awesome.
That's
I mean,
funny.
because you never know when the AC is going to break, or when you're going to be in a situation again where your AC is just not doing double duty. It's not cutting it.
What's the whole heat transfer thing? I guess people across like like a lot of the metropolitan, like the apartments, some places like that have ACs, they were all complaining that it wasn't working properly. And people that know ACs are like, look, there's no heat transfer. It's working overtime.
It's doing its best in what it's having to do it in.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Yes, thank you so much. It was not my idea, No Ordinary Path. It was actually the Days. So check out Days Great Adventures.
Fantastic channel there.
X Marks the Spot says they hit 92 degrees there in Minnesota. Oof. Hot.
But still, 92 degrees.
But
that's not.
It's probably high humidity there with all the
well,
lakes.
Higher. Depends on what the humidity was. X Marks the Spot. You left that little tidbit out of that comment.
All right, you guys. So the 30-day challenge, we're going to recap it because that's basically what we ended on, and then we took this kind of longer break as we recouped and kind of finished some things up.
We kind of needed the 2-week break,
we did.
Anyways, because it was really hard.
30-day challenge was brutal.
Yeah.
The last couple of video shoots, I was like, do we really have to do this? Oh, but we can't.
We committed. We committed.
Brief recap. We did five major projects.
We did 5 projects.
Plus several smaller ones.
Yep.
We traveled how many miles? We should have figured this all out.
I didn't figure that one out. I had it all in a little map.
We traveled through 5 different states: Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. We met numerous people. We stayed at a whole bunch of really cool boondocking locations and some parks throughout there. We had 3 people fall ill during that period of time and recover. And we visited 5 national parks.
Yeah, we went
Zion, Bryce,
North Rim,
right? Capitol Reef, and Rocky Mountain, and we also visited a state park, Thermopolis. What it was, Hot Springs State Park. And then we really haven't shown you what we did in Montana yet, guys, because we just had arrived and took Mom to the airport.
We got our camera out like a half a dozen times, and then a few times we were like, okay, this will be probably pretty cool, but the camera's still back at the house, so let's just do it on our cell phones.
We were spending good quality family time.
We needed the downtime, for sure.
Yes, we did. X Marks the Spot says, humidity not relevant because I am in the rig with both ACs running on a 30 amp. It's about 72 inside. That's good. That's tolerable. 72, 75, great. We can even handle 78, 9 because we've been so accustomed to
but 92 degrees, it sounds hot, but it's not hot necessarily for an AC unit.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Hey,
Bridget has been talking to numerous people about who have traveled through Canada this summer. It seems whoever is at the border decides the days you need to travel. One was 3 days. One was 5 days. That's ridiculous.
So they get to determine how many times?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's ugh. Yeah, we're not going anywhere near Canada until travel
restrictions
bans
are gone.
And restrictions are lifted. It just wasn't safe, I felt, for our friends. I mean, No Ordinary Path has 3 kids and a dog, and they have to travel with a rig, which means, you can't travel higher speeds. You can't just, bust out a move.
How many gallons of coffee did they consume during that trip?
Exactly.
Jeez.
And then safety on the road, if you're lacking sleep, you can get into an accident, and you're in another country, and you're in unknown territory, and animals that can come out on the road. I don't understand why they're doing this to people. All for the sake of, COVID, We're not going to see anybody in these territories. There's not going to be anybody around.
There's nobody there.
There's nobody there to get infected. Anyway.
Yeah. Grassroots Living said only 4 days. Mm-hmm. That's like 12 plus hours of driving. And they were like, well, you have so much time to... If you travel like 15 hours, you can rest for like 8 and get back. I'm like, how is that even... Like, you try that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and with kids, and when you stop for food, and... You have to set the trailer up, and it takes time to set it up and tear it down. Every time,
There's
my
no
mind.
common
Okay.
sense. Anyways.
That's one country's government.
And
Love
we
you all.
have,
All of
we
you
have
live in
a
Canada.
spot for any of our Canadian brethren who can make it through the border. Let us
Yes.
know, and we'll give you the coordinates to our secret location.
Yes, we're quite close to the border. So,
Relatively speaking.
relatively speaking. All right. So, Garrett, I know on the 30th day we did kind of a recap,
Yes.
but tell everybody something that really stuck out to you during our 30 days and why.
I really liked meeting the family and the church in Laverkin, Utah. Going to Laverkin, it was our first time, besides transiting through Salt Lake City Airport,
Yeah.
that we actually spent time in Utah. And I was amazed. I really do want to go back to Laverkin, to Hurricane, to that St. George, Utah area,
Yeah.
and really just spend time there. The pastor was amazing. Their family, their church was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And
You spent a lot of time talking with
with
Pastor Jason and how he felt the community was and what it was like ministering in that.
when it's in a very unique environment being in Utah, so it was pretty cool. And
Plus, it's gorgeous
it's
there.
gorgeous. It's amazing, and you're
You're in driving distance of Zion.
20-30 minutes from Zion, and
Yeah.
granted, our time in Zion was
We need to go back to Zion and do it justice
Yes.
when it's off season and there aren't as many people.
I
That's
want to
what
do
it
some
is.
of those really cool hikes there, but we
Yeah.
just didn't have the time
Yep.
during our trip to do that. So, and then my favorite national park during our 30 days was definitely Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
National Park.
Ditto.
I would say all the national parks in Utah, there's like 4 or 5 parks that are like right there. Those are spectacular. We didn't make it to Zion or Arches
Canyonlands.
and Canyonlands.
Missed those.
We missed those ones, but that one you need a week there by itself.
Yeah.
And so for us, it was so cool to go to these parks that we haven't seen, knowing that they were there
Yeah.
since we've been traveling, but like we never got a contract that took us through that area. So now we were able to be intentional and get there. So
X Marks the Spot also said they loved St. George, Utah. Such a family atmosphere and community.
Bridget
Yes.
is asked a couple of times, have we seen the pictures of the flooding in
Yes,
Zion?
you guys, a lot of people have lost their trailers in that flooding. You didn't see it?
I haven't seen that.
Okay. Yeah, there was a flash flood. I think Shelly showed it to me on her phone. Flash flooding in one of the campgrounds close to Zion, and the roads were eroded, and you could tell in the background that there was mud clear up to these trailers, and scary stuff. Kind of like our experience too, where we had been into what's the canyon there in Texas?
Palo Duro.
Yeah, Palo Duro. And then a few months later, hearing that FullTime family had lost their rig due to a tornado in the campground right on the rim. And
Yeah.
we're like, we drove past that campground.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We've
but-
had our own close calls with
Yeah.
tornadoes and stuff.
And nature. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's hard too because a flash flood, you don't necessarily have any time.
Yeah.
Maybe just enough time to get in your vehicle and get out.
Yeah.
And you have to leave everything. So,
Yeah. We do. Grassroots Living said Glacier National Park is now our favorite national park,
yes.
and Zion is now second.
Yes.
Both are so beautiful. We
Yes.
we plan on this fall, if we can swing it right, going to see Glacier at least one day. But we do have a pretty crazy travel schedule in the fall, so we'll see how that
Yeah.
pans out.
Yeah. I don't know. Glacier may have to wait till another springtime,
Another-
summertime as
yeah.
we come back to visit family.
Springtime. That's like till June.
Rocky Mountain was, oh my gosh, it was so wonderful, you guys. All the other parks seemed too close quarters and crowded. There were so many people there.
Well, and we were kind of like timed entries. We're like, really? We don't want to have to
So we
deal
got a
with
timed
that.
entry,
But
and
honestly,
it was so
it made
nice.
it so nice. Honestly, that was
No
one of the
waiting in
parks.
line.
That was one of the parks that I felt having a timed entry actually makes sense.
Right, yeah. But then taking that long drive up, even though you're driving the whole time, like you would do in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Driving. You felt like you were right. I mean, you're right in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
You were seeing the nature, and then getting to the top. That was just gorgeous. But we saw so many animals there. I think even more diversity up in there than in Yellowstone. I know in Yellowstone, if you swing it right, you can actually see a lot of animal life.
We'll
But
have
we
to go
didn't.
back in the like early fall
Yeah.
time when it's not crazy traffic and go do some of the stuff we didn't see. But we haven't even talked about our time at Yellowstone yet.
Nursing our travel bug said, "Oh my God, crazy travel day."
Yeah, Bill, we're gonna put you guys to shame.
I think Richard is talking about the flooding was the Quality Inn campground in Springdale.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't know where that was at.
No, it was somebody showed me recently. I think it was Shelley Day.
So, getting back on track,
Uh-huh.
what was your highlights of Summer to Surf 21?
You guys, I just can't even express the feelings that I got as we were helping out with YWAM and the Emerge Aquaponics.
Oh, that was spectacular.
I grew up homeschooled on the farm, even in the little neighborhood community. When I was little, my mom had a greenhouse and a garden in the backyard.
Yeah.
And then when we moved to property, and even before then, living at Grandma's house, she had half an acre and half of it was garden. And so moving out to acreage and having my mom planting garden constantly, it was so peaceful to be in the greenhouse, everybody working towards, a certain end, and then getting to taste the lettuce that was grown there and learning how the aquaponics worked. I was like, do we have to leave Colorado Springs? Can't we just stay here and work on this aquaponics farm?
That was one of our longest stops too.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you're ever going through Colorado Springs, Friday mornings, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm. Tuesdays and Fridays. They have people come in. You just let them know you're coming. Yeah.
And you can come, and they give you a quick little training and a little tour, show you how you're supposed to do it, because it's all FDA, USDA. I don't know. You have to wash and clean and wear gloves and that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I just loved it. It felt like home. So.
Bill, what are you doing?
What's he doing?
All
right.
I think Bill was starting to push buttons or something. Sorry about that. He deleted a whole bunch of messages and put people in timeout. I was like, Bill, what are you doing? Maybe I should put Bill in timeout.
Put Bill in timeout. Okay.
Sorry about that. All right.
Bridget says, that reminds me that we need to go to Denali. Yes, you do. Oh my goodness. If you have the ability to get there while you're up there, do it.
Yeah.
Don't think of it because we live so close. Just a few hours drive. Oh my goodness. You need to go and take photos of all the animals and wildlife. Of course.
Oh, snap.
Brenda says, saw yesterday family just got a new rig, and first day out they had a storm come and tree fell on the rig in the park. No, the park knew it was rotted. No.
That's crazy.
Well, obviously insurance, but that park needs to be held accountable.
Yes. Yeah, their insurance needs to cover that, and that's for
The
sure.
park's insurance needs to cover
Yeah.
it.
So Bill said that his phone was in his pocket.
Ah!
Apparently, he pulled what I accidentally pulled on their live stream like 4 months ago.
What did you do on their live stream? Okay,
Well,
so
I was
for
on
those
their
of
live
you who
stream,
don't know what's going
and I
on,
put it in my pocket as I walked out, and then for some reason, while it was in my phone, like
On
I
your
put like
pocket.
2 or 3 people on like the 300-second timeout. And yeah, sorry, Brenda, this was not intentional. You were not in trouble in any way.
No, it was totally fine.
For some reason, I don't know what. Yeah. All right,
oh my goodness.
Always keeping it lively.
It's really, really interesting when you're doing a live stream and funny things happen because you have to keep talking. You can't just stop and figure out the issue.
Yeah, Bill said count to 300 and post again.
Okay, sounds good.
Sorry. All right. Well, we have also been doing some Summer to Serve projects since our 30 days, and we've had a couple submissions. So we're going to share those with you now.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
We are here in Montana, Bozeman to be specific. We've been visiting friends, and their neighbor, a wonderful woman, lives here, and she's been allowing us to park our trailer in her driveway because camping here in Bozeman is very expensive. So she has requested a little job be done, and it is one the kids can help with. We've come back to the trailer.
Mommy, you mean Montana?
We've grabbed some gloves from the trailer, and now we're going to head up to her house and do some weeding. It looks like she does want to keep her little loop in. Let's see how this weed is tucked in the rocks. That one needs to go. And it looks like she's got a few more weeds here. And we're going to keep them in neat little piles, so put them together. This?
I think Grandma has it in her garden. It smells good.
I think it's mint.
Mint?
Yeah.
Ooh, it'd be cool to make mint tea.
Yeah. Emma.
Yeah? I hear fly. I hear.
Show it to me. Emma, what do you think about helping our friends with weeding?
It's nice. I like it.
Digging in my garden, my garden, my garden. Digging in my garden to get the weeds all out. Ready? Can we add another verse? Digging in my garden, my garden, my garden. Digging in my garden to plant my seeds all up. Ready?
Yeah.
Digging in my garden, my garden, my garden. Digging in my garden to make a hole to China. Digging in my garden, my garden, my garden. Digging in my garden to make my face all muddy. Oh, don't lean on me. I'm already having a hard time. Oh no, oh no.
You're so warm.
I am warm, I'm working.
This is a big pile.
Yeah, a big pile?
Digging in my garden without a shovel. Digging in my garden, digging in my garden to get the weeds all out.
What are you doing, big boy? Are you vacuuming? Suck it all up. Hey, you know what? There's a lot of crumbs right down here. See it? Right over here. You can do that. Right here.
This is a 3-mile hike all the way around. It is a loop toward the end. Have you ever heard that term, where in blue blazes are you? Well, if you look up here, you can see on the tree a little triangle. That's a blue blaze, and those mark the trail. So if anyone says, where in blue blazes are you? You know what it means now. Hi! Hey, today I'm doing a volunteer project. I'm going to be a trail scout for the Minnesota Northwoods Volunteer Connection. All I have to do is hike this trail and then file a report of what I find. If I find obstacles, if I find problems, if it's overgrown. So here we go, off on a hike. We're being challenged by our friends at Diary of a Family. Summer to Serve 21. That's a hashtag, Summer to Serve 21, on social media. So put it into your social media, check it out, and go volunteer somewhere.
Hey,
How are you liking that shirt?
Richard, where'd you get that shirt? It's awesome. Looks great on you. Hey, just a reminder, you can still get these shirts. See these? They serve, and on the back will be the Summer to Serve logo. We've had fun getting ours dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been our hope that we could get them dirty. I think so far Timothy's looks the most loved, worn, used,
Because he liked
covered
the
in paint.
painting, and the painting just
yeah,
went
and he's
everywhere.
worn it so much that every time you wash it, you know, these emblems kind of start to fade a little bit more, and his
Yeah.
are the most faded because he's worn it the most. So,
Yeah.
so yes, you can go onto Teespring. There is a link in the description.
If it's not there right now, give it a couple minutes after we're done with this live stream, and it will be in there
Yeah.
once I get a chance to put that in there.
Then you can sport it as you do one of your service projects. We've got a couple more service projects that posted on Instagram or on Facebook. And Hope Marks from X Marks the Spot, she has been sending some of these to me because some of these people don't know about Summer to Serve. But she's asked, hey, can I submit you because you have done amazing work? And they've allowed her, and we've been able to find these awesome people who are doing
Yeah.
great service projects in their community throughout the United States. So,
Yep. So Bridget was like, oops, for a second I thought something went wrong when Richard Marks came on. I thought our YouTube had changed channels.
but this is what we like about our channel. You guys can get involved and be a part of the DFAM, like literally
Yes.
on our live streams, on our videos.
Yeah.
We are so excited to see people getting out there. So Garrett, you have a few submissions for us?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into those.
So again, this is one that Hope pointed out to me, and Lisa and Rob, they posted they were in West Yellowstone around June 12th. And the last 2 days, we've helped get litter off the 2-mile stretch on Highway 20, Grizzly RV adopted. So they've been work camping at this RV park. You sure do find some interesting items. Unbelievable how many cigarette butts we picked up. I'm surprised there aren't a lot of more wildfires. Just in disbelief how much trash we picked up in 2 days. Well, Lisa and Rob, thank you so much for being a part of Summer to Serve.
Yeah.
And allowing Hope to let us know about what you were doing. 2 bags, in 2 days, how much trash you picked up. I kind of
Yeah.
want to know how many bags of trash you got.
Yeah. Thank you, Nurse and Our Travel Bug, for posting the merch store, the link to our store.
Awesome. So it's there in the
that's
chat.
awesome.
Very good.
Oh, Bridget said I got the hashtag wrong.
That's why we
couldn't
didn't see it. So Bridget, we'll definitely highlight your service project in the next live stream. So awesome. Super excited.
Jim and Jew Funstead said
Hello. They're
that
in Maple Valley, hanging around Washington until September 12th. You
Cool.
guys, we're close by.
Awesome. Well, maybe
Hang
you can
on till the end and we'll tell you
message
where we
us.
are.
Yeah.
Where we are for the summer.
All right, moving on.
All right, so again, this is one that Hope kind of told me about. Miss Flo Pixie McVie Wendy, she was out on the side of the road as well, picking up garbage. And in this picture, she says, doing my part and cleaning cleaning some trash on the roadside. She ended up picking up 2 bags of trash that day.
That's pretty awesome.
Lots of people doing that.
So this is one of our submissions from our fellow full-time families. We posted something to kind of encourage other families that travel to get out there and serve. And this is what they posted. So, we are a family who loves to serve. I came across this community food share ministry at our summer home in Bellevue, Iowa, at a local church. Every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning, they have volunteers to come in and pack boxes of food for anyone who pulls up outside of the church. Their purpose is to remove the traditional stigma that comes with seeking help for groceries. It doesn't matter who you are, there are times when we all struggle. Our family has been on the giving end and receiving end of at various times. It is such a blessing to help out and give back. We will look forward to every week. I will like to encourage everyone who reads this post to seek out local ministries and organizations where you and your family can make a difference. I promise you will end up being so blessed.
Our Moving House, thank you so much for the submission, and for First Presbyterian Church in Bellevue, Iowa, for getting out there and serving their community with this local food bank option. In these times where a lot of people have lost jobs or are not working as much because of illness or because their work can't afford to pay them full time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is making ends meet.
Exactly.
This is helping people live daily.
It costs a lot of money to feed
does.
people. Because unless you can grow all your own food and have your own
3
cows.
children. You have 3. We know how much it costs to feed your children. So thank you so much to Our Moving House.
Next, if you don't follow us on Instagram,
This is your chance.
Check it out. We had an opportunity to help a fellow traveler out who had a tire that just got shredded on the highway.
So we had stopped for lunch at this rest stop, you guys, and he just pulled up. So
Yeah.
here's our post.
Shredded tire. We stopped to eat at a rest stop in Montana off of I-90. This guy pulled up with his trailer tire just shredded. Garrett helped him get it off and the trailer unhitched so he could get a replacement. We sent him off with a sandwich and water too.
I mean, I couldn't help but feel sorry for this poor guy.
Yeah.
And Garrett found out a little bit more about what was happening. His father had recently passed away, and he was moving all of his father's belongings from the Washington place to his spot in Montana. And I mean, this trailer probably hadn't seen the road in years.
Well, and that was just the one tire that went. Those other 3 tires didn't look much better condition-wise.
But it was our chance to just show the love of Christ without even saying his name, just saying, hey, it looks like you're needing some help. Can we help out? And it was really good to know that we probably saved him hours and hours for him to figure out how to get the tire off and where to go, and even filled his belly on the way. So hopefully this young man has been able to get home and get settled and figure out what he's going to do with all his father's belongings.
Yeah.
Nursing Our Travel Bug, thank you so much. They put the link to our Instagram here in the chat window.
Yeah, all the links to all of our stuff has been being posted. Thank you for being on top of that, Nursing Our Travel Bug.
Thank you so much. Okay.
And then the last one that we had was from Our Moving House again. And then
double submissions today.
I know.
Good job, guys.
It was awesome. I told y'all I'd keep you updated on the flower bed and we adopted at the Bellevue State Park Butterfly Garden. Well, yesterday we went down to the river and found more pieces of driftwood to finish the border. We've done a ton of weeding, added a few pops of color, and topped off the mulch. I still want to thin out some of the larger plants to have kind of taken over on the far side, but that will have to be for another day. Overall, really happy with how it's coming along. Wow,
they're beautifying their community and they're serving the people in their community.
Yes.
I am so blessed to know that people all over the U.S. are doing things. And so, Bridget, we'll wait for your submission and we'll share that on the next live stream.
Yeah. And you guys can do it at any time, even if you have a post that you served a couple months ago, you can easily go in, edit your post, just adding the hashtag Summer to Serve 21. And then what we do is we go online to social media and just search for the hashtag
And
Summer
we
to
find
Serve
your
21,
submission.
and we found it just like this. So thank you guys, everybody who has actually made the effort to get out there and serve, even if it wasn't initially with the purpose of being Summer to Serve, but saying, hey, look, we did it something, and we did it this summer, and
It encourages
it's
others
awesome.
to get out there and do something
Exactly.
too, which is great for yourself, emotionally, spiritually, to be on the receiving end. I think is
Yeah.
sometimes not as impactful as if you are on the giving end.
Yeah.
I'd also like to encourage you, just like Hope has done in the recent, past here, where she's encouraged others and said, hey, can I submit you? You can go ahead and submit other people that are commenting and say, hey, look, I did this, or you talk
Yeah.
to somebody about how you're wanting to serve and they're like, oh, I do this and this and this. Encourage them to make a post or ask if you can make a post about them. So it's great.
We're trying to encourage everybody and to get out there, do something you haven't done this summer, get out of the COVID funk that everyone is in, and just help someone else. Just with any little bit of ways is awesome.
All right. So we only have a couple more things to talk about in this hour. We only have a few more minutes in this hour. So here we go.
Exact.
Drum roll, please. We have a new contract, and this is the first time I think we've had a contract lined up like 3 weeks in advance or something.
Usually
like
it's like, hey, you have 7 days to get there. We're like, okay, let's go. Woo!
Here's the awesome part about it, guys. We've already made it. We have landed a contract in Washington State. We're going to be staying with family all summer long, and my contract starts on the 19th. We are
You
working...
didn't want to tease it, saying that we had multiple contracts, and you wanted to guess which one that we're going
No.
to. One would be maybe in Montana, and the other one might be,
No, why?
dang it.
So we are going to be working, I'm going to be working in Olympia. Garrett's going to drum up as much RV tech business around in the Washington area. This is a great place to come in the summertime
Yep.
if you're traveling. So if
Very
you're in
busy.
the Olympia, Lacey, Tumwater, Centralia areas, he would love to know if you have any RV issues going on and would like RV updates or anything like that.
Yeah, upgrades,
Maintenance,
repairs.
anything like that.
There's some things that I can't quite do, but a lot of the major things I can work on. So
We also have a little bit of space on my parents' property. If you have a very small rig, you can come and hang out with us. So yeah,
It
or
is-
we'd
it's-
love to
it is
meet in
dry
the
camping.
area.
It's dry
It
camping.
is dry camping. It is for sure, but we're all set up for that. So
you can always email us. You can also contact us using our website, diaryofafamily.com. Just go to the link saying contact us and fill that out, send it in, and we'll get back to you. And we'll see if we can work out meeting up with you guys. We love meeting new DFAMers. We love meeting full-time families and people that travel full-time or even travel with their families, during the summertime.
Yeah.
We love
Yeah.
just meeting those.
we are excited to go and see a couple of the national parks in our area. We have done Rainier a couple of times, and the kids did their first Junior Ranger badge there.
We can drive to Rainier from
We
where we're
can
at.
drive to Rainier, but there are some other places that we are hopefully going to get out and see. We probably won't be taking our RV. We're thinking of tent camping.
As we kind of mentioned, we are giving tent camping a try.
We are.
And we're going to see how our kids can handle a couple days camping, maybe a week camping in this thing. And if they like it, we will look into purchasing a tent that we can all comfortably fit in.
Yep.
And then try and just drive up to some of these national parks. So
Nursing Our Travel Bug says, we have RV issues. We will mail you our RV. Okay.
you pay postage.
I have no idea how that's going to work. X marks the spot says, flush that COVID funk down the drain. Yay, working in Washington. Will you still make it to Mayberry?
We have about,
That
7?
is to be seen.
It's TBD, but
TBD, but we have a spot for Mayberry, and we will most likely have about 15 days to get there. So
15 days for
Do
28.
you think we can make it across the
miles.
U.S. from Washington to North Carolina in 2 weeks? We will find out in October.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And how long will the contract be? That's what Bridget is asking.
it's going to be 11 weeks long, so a little bit shorter than a normal contract, but that's what we could do to have the time to possibly make it all the way to
Yeah.
North Carolina in the fall.
Well, and we're hoping that the weather up in the northern half of the U.S. is still drivable when we go past. We think that it should still be okay up there. I mean,
1st of October.
1st of October, driving through like Montana and into the
We'll see.
North and South Dakotas and all that. So
We'll see. So we are excited about our summer plans. We will keep you all informed, and I'm sure by the time we go live again, we will have more to show you.
Yeah.
Quickly, we've got a few videos coming up, and we're going to talk to you now about how Diary of a Family schedule is going to be just a tad different than we've been doing it for the past year or so.
yeah, well, it's you guys have been following us for a while and know that we've been doing weekly live streams for years.
Yeah.
I mean, our
With
channel has a huge amount of videos and live streams on it. And if you ever want to go watch one, feel free. You can watch for months. And our content is all over the place. Anyways, we are changing it up again because we want you guys to be excited
For the
for
live
the
streams.
live streams.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to do a live stream once a month instead of every week. Now,
It gives us more time to prepare for it, to have awesome content, to get you guys excited, and have you guys interacting with us, especially with us doing the Summer to Serve and getting submissions and having those to share with you guys. So
we want to be able to get out there and maybe on a weekend go camping or do other family things that we might not be able to do because we have a live stream to do. Now we still might come on and do a surprise live stream here or there, but probably at the beginning of every month look for a live stream announcement and come join us. We are still going to do weekly videos, and we have some pretty cool topics coming up.
So our weekly videos will be going live on Wednesdays. What time do you want to premiere them?
I think 7 o'clock,
7 p.m.?
7 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
That's pretty decent time for the East and the West Coast.
Yep.
So
So there you go.
that's it.
And
yeah.
we have some videos coming out on Yellowstone. We have a video that is, what do you call it? Where the company
we are
supports us.
doing a sponsored video.
Sponsored. There you go. We have a sponsored video coming up, guys.
Yep.
We've only done a couple of them, so we're excited about this one.
Well, most of the other videos that we've done so far have been, they sent us a product to review, or we already had the product and we reviewed it, and then we joined their affiliate or whatever. But this is a new one for us. We're going to be reviewing a balance bike for Edison.
Yep.
Now, we have been using we've been using balance bikes for all of our kids. Our kids have not learned how to ride bikes using training wheels.
You're going to have to watch the video
Yes.
to find out our
We're going
story.
to explain that all on there. So
Garrett is also going to review, kind of give you an update on how our lithium batteries have been going for us, because they made a huge difference in our 30 days of traveling. So.
we're also going to, you might notice that our videos are going to change a little bit as well. We're going to start trying to answer a lot of questions that people have. Why should you go to Yellowstone? Why should, 3 things that might help you, better understand your vehicle. Because a big one that's going to come out is we're talking about brake issues. If you watched our 30-day Summer to Serve.
What day was it? Day
it was day like
26? Day
No, it was
18? Day...
no, it's day like 12 or 13.
Oh, it was
It was early on.
It was early on.
Yeah,
We burned up our brakes.
yeah.
guys.
Our brakes caught fire.
They did.
And we learned some pretty valuable lessons during that time. And we definitely,
Thank you to all our friends who helped
Yes.
us through that.
yeah, and we want to be able to share those with everybody, saying, hey, this is what we learned from this event. So that is to come. And then, we're going to start making more videos. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for a video that you guys would like to see, let us know.
Yep.
You can always contact us with our email, connect at diaryofafamily.com or
Yep.
just connect through our website.
Make sure to get your t-shirts while you can and submit using the hashtag SummerToServe21. We want to see what you have been doing in your community, how you're serving. Get out there and serve others around you.
Yeah.
No Ordinary Path sounds like a great plan, and I'm excited for your sponsored video. Hey, you guys, I just watched your video on how you changed what are those? The cables
The
on
cables
your
on the
slides.
slide.
Way to go. Rocking that. Going online, finding out, getting the kit, and doing it yourself.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. You guys totally rock. Stay safe up there in Alaska. Bridget as well. You stay safe up there too.
Yeah.
So, yep, our plans for the summer is the Northwest and then booking it to the East by the middle of October.
Yeah, so as far as that's our current plans, and beyond that, we're open, and we don't know exactly what life has in store for us at that point. So
Yes. We can't wait to see you all on the road. We love you all. We've missed you so much. So stay in touch, and we will as well.
all right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and as always,
Live life intentionally. Love y'all.
Bye.